Hello everyone and welcome back to Desktop Dungeons. We're doing another daily, and today's, well, okay, it's a Rat Monarch run. The past two runs I didn't actually check before I started commentating, but I started recording, so I was Rat Monarch and immediately backed out and went to practice with the class. I didn't practice in the Labyrinth, which is the dungeon. I just did a quick run in Double Doom. I think it was Double Doom. Anyway, point is, I'm not good with this class, not nearly as good as I am with basically any other class. I'm better with the Chemist, for instance, and, you know, it's a fairly recent class. It was introduced in the Enhanced Edition, which brought us to Dailies, so I haven't had nearly as much practice. And it's a very tricky, unusual class. There are other veterans on the game's message boards that are much better with it than I am. Shout out to Tinker, in fact, who, to my knowledge, has just managed the very first Vicious Gauntlet victory as the Rat Monarch. That is awesome. Massive respect. So yeah, in celebration of this, let me fail horribly as the Rat Monarch. Let's just talk a bit about the class. The rat, let's start here. Regal size. Rats are the correct size. Small. Lower maximum health and mana. All items are large. All items are large, just have some interesting interactions with a bunch of things. They're very often specific. Lower maximum health and mana means you start with 8 health and 8 mana. And I think you just get 8 health per level. I'd have to double check that. It doesn't tell you though, but you get 1 base damage per level. So yeah, it doesn't say for some reason, but you have the lowest base damage in the game. Sorry. And, but to compensate for that, obviously, you have the corrosive attack. So you basically start off with free martyr wraps, in other words, and whenever you convert, you get an extra corrosive stack per attack, and you get 1 stack of corrosive strike per level, so it just builds up your corrosion. My understanding of the idea here is that you're trying to, you don't necessarily need to convert every single thing, but you want to get a nice start with a few conversions so you're landing a few corrosion stacks per attack as opposed to just 1 or 2. Right, okay, all shops are scouted. Buying an item regenerates 50% health and mana, may overheal. So this is something that you'll need to use smartly. Scouting shops is handy, and it's something that you can use to help you land a few, like a first hit on a high attack monster and so on. And in general, my understanding of the class, and obviously, like I said, I'm not nearly as good with the class. I could be saying things that are wrong here, but my understanding is that your main goal is to find some means of being able to tank at least 1 attack, basically from your target. And then so you tank it, then you regenerate, and then you land another stack, and another bunch of stacks of corrosion until you eventually can use spells with your attack to bring them down. So it's some kind of weird regen fighting shtick. And so one of the most important things as this class is to have a plan as to how you're going to be tanking attacks. And I looked at the preps here, and my answer to this right now is I do not know. Tower Shield is, 10% physical resistance. That's not huge. And Flame Magnet is so useful that I'm tempted of just bringing that. Apothecary would also be nice, because you can buy a Quicksilver and Reflex to land those extra hits if you want. Okay, so one thing about the Labyrinth is that Rex, the boss here, has Enrage, obviously, which is going to make it almost impossible to land hits after a certain threshold, but that doesn't matter, because your goal, well, my goal, assuming I'm playing the class right, is to land the first few, land the stacks, and then regenerate and land them again. So I'm never going to have to really tank a hit from this boss while he's enraged, because after I have enough stacks, I can just basically regen fight him with fireballs exclusively. So yeah, that's the idea. And so considerations here. The Flame Magnet is super helpful. I don't see myself playing this class without it. I mean, probably there are ways. Shop scroll is actually very handy. Guarantees access to at least one shop again for the overheal, etc. Kick of health. Well, potions are big items here, so this is actually kind of messy, but it's obviously a strong item. Extra glyph or fewer glyphs. Now, apparently, if you prep both of these in a daily, which normally you can't do in a regular dungeon, you get this normal amount of glyphs, which is 5, I think, and they're worth 130 each, so it's a net benefit, but it does take you 2 prep slots. And here, this is kind of a sticking point. I mean, Dwarven Gauntlets, the 20% attack bonus is practically useless, but 2 health on level up is very useful for this class. Alternatively, you can get 2 extra health boosters that will do the same effect, but you don't start off with it. I mean, you don't start off with plus 2 health either. There's just, you're not guaranteed to feel that effect. And here, well, Torog is an inventory hog, obviously, and that's no good. But like, Tower Shield and the armor is one of the few ways I can think of to get some kind of resistance going. And the shield is really good the shield is really good at early levels, except that you don't, and honestly, like, converting his gear isn't a big deal for the rat, because again, like, your attack percentage bonus is pretty much non-important. That being said, you don't want to nerf your already small mana pool, so I don't want to take Torog just on that basis. Maybe a good player with the class would tell you otherwise. That's just how I'm going to do it. Soul Orb is actually not bad, even though it's large, because this is a class that relies on landing hits and then using spells. So, like, you could always like land a bunch of hits on mana burn and then use a potion, then exclusively use spells, but this allows you for some more flexibility, I guess. And Fine Sword is, I mean, it's really useful at the start. It actually gives you an attack to work with as opposed to just 1 damage. And it becomes far less useful as the game goes on. In other words, I'm a bit at a loss here as to how to proceed. I fully expect that it's very likely I'm going to lose. Well, I've already been talking about this for 7 minutes, so I'll probably actually put a link to skip this whole discussion in the video. Anyway, I'm tempted to go Fireball, Scroll, either extra health boosters or Dwarven Gauntlets. I mean, these take up inventory space, and so you might want to convert them, and then you won't be getting more health per level up. Whereas these, you just don't know when you're going to get extra health per level. But it's an instant effect when you pick them up. And I'm probably just going to grab the Fine Sword. I mean, both of these are likely to show up in the shop anyway. And which one costs more? The Soul Orb costs more, so that's a consideration actually. But as to which will be more useful, this is such a difficult dungeon, especially to start with, that I'm going to take the Fine Sword just on that basis. And whatever, I'll take the Gauntlets just because. Okay, here's another consideration: they have a very high conversion value, and the likelihood of me feeling the need to convert them. Actually, since you start with potions, you might actually need to convert something from the start. Oh my, I'll take it anyway. Maybe it'll be a fatal mistake, but I fully expect to lose because this is one of the harder dungeons with one of the harder classes for me at least. Let's lay down the shop scroll right away. See what's in there. Hero's Helm, that's actually in consideration. 5 health, 1 MP, and 2 damage for the rat is very nice. We have Drokil here. We have Torog here anyway. Torog, sorry. Assuming that's how you pronounce it. And you want to be a bit careful when exploring this dungeon. Always be on the lookout for the bloodstains. Extra point of mana. We don't have any way of spending our mana efficiently at the moment. Bloody Sigil is actually very nice for the rat as well. And I think it's fully viable to convert one of your potions at the start to make some room, just because some items at the start. Yeah, Bloody Sigil is fantastic for this class, because the minus 10% damage makes almost no difference again. And extra regeneration at the start means that when you're like hitting once and then regenerating your full health and all that, especially you boost your health, it speeds the things up considerably, so it saves you black space. My first impression here, well, it's a bit too early, but just looking at what's scouted, it looks like it might actually be a fairly generous Labyrinth layout, so we might actually have a chance here. We have an Apothecary. Actually, one thing you can do, and this is again, I don't play this class very often, so it's easy for me to forget, but you can land hits on your targets, obviously not this one, so that later on you can use them as popcorn, because the extra corrosion makes that possible. Alright. Before I buy anything, I'm just going to go ahead and scout out to see what my first target is going to be. No, okay. May also be a consideration to explore for the scouted shops. Balanced dagger. Okay, yeah. I think I need to buy this. It's very strong. It will save me black space. The rat doesn't care all that much for popcorn anyway. I'm going to take this risk. I am going to... Oh, and Mystera. Okay, we're going for this. So I'm going to spend my mana as much as possible. In fact, I should have been spending mana just in case I ran into Mystera. And here's a tip. Burning on level 1 enemies means they don't regenerate at all, so instead of wasting my overheal here, I'm going to go ahead and just... Okay, I'm a wall. That's actually a good glyph for the rat, because the rat thrives on like a few very high level kills and doesn't care much about popcorn, but I might want to use it for corrosion in this case instead. So okay, and we have a zombie. That being said, another consideration for not using ammo wall in this dungeon is that if you get trapped by Rex, ammo wall can create problems for later, so I'm not gonna risk it. I'm just gonna go ahead and convert it right away. This guy does 9 damage, so I'm going to hit him once. I wonder if the corrosion I've landed on him is enough to... Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, we can do this. And this wall makes the entire difference between being able to win this dungeon or not sometimes. Screw it, I'm just going to convert these potions. Maybe a mistake, again, I don't know, but I think Bloody Sigil and this wall are going to make a big difference in this being winnable or not. So I'm okay with converting the potions. The value you save in black space is, in my opinion, almost certainly worth it. And this wall also lets you do some stone skin, which is great for stacking some corrosion. And now, one consideration with this particular class, unsurprisingly, is that you want to time your your shopping basically, so that you can benefit from the overheal. This actually makes items like spoons and other cheap items very handy. So Mystera gives you extra mana to compensate for your low starting mana. Agnostic Scholar gives you Mystic Balance so that you can more efficiently fight with your fireballs after you stacked on the corrosion. See, that might be enough corrosion. It might be too much, in fact, but I'm not familiar enough with the class to know what good thresholds are for this. And since I have enough max HP to attack without needing to stack the stone skin, I can just focus exclusively on my fireballs for the glyphs anyway. I'll go ahead and grab this. Just have to remember to be careful about magic enemies. I could be wrong about this, but I think that the burning stack is almost a non-issue just because of here we go. And I can I could land a fireball on this, and you know, for the piety I might as well. won't make a huge difference, but I'm actually fine with fighting it since I have the balance dagger. That is badge of honor. Nice because the death protection lets you land an extra hit. I should be casting sidestep as I explore. Sidestep in this wall. Open up some walls. Oh, and this is this is a sub-dungeon where a dragon gives you piss off. Okay, so I've relaxed a whole lot now that I have Endless Wall, because that makes all of the difference, basically. In fact, even though I have the balance dagger, I'm pretty much comfortable with looking for more enemies. Although, since I'm looking now for enemies that are higher level, it's best to search more on the outside layer. See, and this is a consideration. Actually, I could be wrong about this, but you know, since I see there's an enemy here, I'm careful to see if there's a blood splatter, because that could mean I could be fighting Rex way earlier than I want to. And even though I have Endless Wall, which makes my life a lot easier, it's still best to not trigger him until you're ready for it. But I forget if the blood splatter like shows under walls. I guess we'll find out actually, because I can use Endless Wall when I find him. But I think it would show under the wall if I break it. And this is interesting. This is an interesting conundrum you could say about this dungeon. Is that, you know, it's a dungeon where monsters have high stats. So actually, you know what? There's really no reason for me not to keep this monster alive, because I'm not going to be using it as popcorn, almost certainly. Fireheart, not all that useful. So unfortunately, a lot of our items are pretty high cost. We might rely on the apothecary to give us our overheal if we need it. And unfortunately, I don't have poison immunity or hepful, so I can't reliably fight this snake. If I could land a hit, if I had the Viper Ward or Hepful, then I would definitely start stacking Corrosion, because at some point, because it's a high level monster, and after you stack Corrosion a few times, then you can... Oh, okay, so we have a blood splatter here. Let's not... Oh, okay, yeah, well, we have our answer, so that means the boss is right here. I'm going to not explore. Okay, and to go back to... Actually, it's getting there. It's getting there worth. Or can I just convert it? I mean, it's almost always worth it. It's just what I have right now is already really good. I mean, I could get rid of the fine sword. Actually, that might... It's just good for Pokemon clearing. It's such a good glyph. I've taken my second bit. Okay, yeah. Most likely going to go for Mystic Balance next, because Refreshment, I've already converted a bunch of glyphs. It's a secondary concern. I need to think about this. I'm going to leave it on the ground for now. And put down some corrosion on the popcorn I see. Potential popcorn. I mean, obviously this is a first strike popcorn, so it's not ideal, but it's better than nothing. Okay, it just really need to not forget that my boss is right there. And might as well put in some more. I'm definitely, I'm at 4 corrosion, so I could definitely afford to convert a few more things, which is why I'm tempted to convert the Endless Wall. I'm going to keep the Bully Sigil for now, because that 5 HP is making a decent difference, especially with Stone Skin. Now I am pretty scared about running into the other boss and finding out that that other boss is Rex. And yeah, I keep interrupting myself, but you know, finding out what the other boss is in this dungeon is really good information because it lets you plan early on. But you don't want to run into Rex, so yeah. Ooh, level 5 zombie. Okay, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Oh, sidestep. I think for the rat, sidestep is more useful than getting there. Again, I could be completely wrong here, but since I want to get some corrosion stack building, I'm going to go ahead and do that, which I almost never do normally because getting there is like the best bluff in the game. But there's level 6 here that I could be fighting. I don't know what area would be worth my time to just switch immediately or kill this one and kill level 6. That would require a lot of black space. I have enough for Mystic Balance instantly, so let's go ahead and get that. Oh, and that's another point against getting there is I want Mystic Balance regardless, so. Yeah, with 14 corrosion at this point. What's up? There we go. Okay. What's in this shop? Elephant boots. Wow, lots of really expensive items. Yeah, with sidestep, like, you can practically ignore your health. Because, like, no matter what, you're just going to cast it. I mean, it's super black space intensive, so you don't want to just rely on that. And this guy's just a bit too much for me to, this would actually be a good moment to get sidestep, because basically I can tank one hit with resistance, thanks to Indiswell, and then one hit thanks to sidestep, and then I already have a nice stack of corrosion. And since I can actually explore without running into blocks too much, I'm going to convert the Balance Dagger. Oh crap, I didn't see that, but okay, so this is Rex, no doubt. And this guy is annoying for the rat, but low health means I could probably just, like, mana spike him if I need to. I'm probably going to want to fight Rex first. And I feel like I'm wasting too much black space because the rat needs that black space to survive, basically. Now, I wonder if it's a consideration to get full stacks of stone skin. Because then I can... Yeah, actually I can land 3 hits and then I'll have all the corrosion I need. I think. How about now? Not enough. How about now? No? I might have overestimated. Okay, it's still worth. Okay, 18 corrosion means I can almost certainly kill him with my fireballs, excuse me now. So yeah, I need to remember not to, like, just blindly grab this as well. I'm 1 HP off of being able to tank a single hit, that's annoying. And I need to remember that my fireballs cost 5. So I do believe I'm out regenerating him at this point. Or not? Yeah, I am, but it's slow. I should definitely consider landing an extra hit. I feel like I'm doing really poorly. I am not good with this class. It's a cool class, but I just don't have the practice with it that I have with others. Troll Heart. Oh, I should have bought that. I mean, it's a bit late at this point. And now as we're getting there would be nice. But what can you do? Revealing Rex at this point would probably be a non-issue, actually. But I'm running so low on black space, it's not good. In fact, I'm starting to wonder whether or not I should just do something silly like at my likes level start taking on Rex immediately. Which sounds ridiculous. And actually, you know what? I could, I mean, I'm running out of place. I could get the I could get the exploration for the sub-dungeon here. But Or I could buy a reflex pot from this apothecary. I could do that. I could buy a reflex pot from this apothecary, so I can land 2 hits on Tomothy here. That would get me. Could land 3 hits if I stack up some stone skin first. He's not that much HP for a boss. Rex is pretty light on HP too. Not so much, but okay, so he's here, so I can afford to explore here. Yeah, this might have been just a bit too much, or maybe I stopped stacking corrosion too early, which is making me reconsider my idea of going for the boss right away. And obviously, for this boss, you want to only really start fighting him when you can level up to clear the mana burn and all that. Yeah, sorry if I'm slow and hesitant here. It's just, again, I'm really not used to this class. Not nearly enough. Because I kind of started playing a bit less around the time it was introduced, or shortly after. Yeah, like, these chunky HP guys are actually probably the problem. It's probably a problem that I decided to fight this level 6 zombie instead of, say, this level 5 Gorgon, because the high HP and decent attack means it just takes so long to bring them down. And thanks to the Fine Sword, I can actually, like, clear this zombie. How about this Gorgon? That would level me up. I could really use the bonus XP. Oh, and I have just enough HP that I could tank a single hit without any stone skin, which is nice. This extra point from the Bloody Sigil, incidentally, is really nice, and it's really making no difference for my damage. Do I want? Yeah, the HP difference is nice enough. My corrosion is relatively low still. Maybe I should just get refreshment. I don't know what I'd convert, but okay, this is dragging on. I'm going to try and speed along, even if it means dying horribly. Can't forget that I have my potions. Can't forget also that I really need this black space to win, and it's so low already. To start dealing with the bosses ASAP. In fact, I'm thinking of just converting something and grabbing a Mountain Potion. Alternatively, I could just convert a glyph, but what the hell would I convert? Oh, I could convert this guy's glyph, the Pissorf. Do I want to? Do I want to use that ridiculous strategy that involves having Rex bumping me into Tomothy? That's actually a consideration. It is an actual real consideration. Only thing is, I can't really position him. I'd have to kill this guy. Sorry, I would have to kill this guy to deal with that. To do that. so it's unlikely to work. Unless I use Pissorf, obviously, but yeah, no, I doubt that's on the tables here. If I'd planned this ahead earlier, maybe, but... And to save some black space, I'm just gonna go ahead and convert... Well, part of me says just convert Divine Sword, but again, it's still useful. Yeah, yeah, Pissorf is affected by Mystic Balance, it's not worth, so I'll just go ahead and convert that. Thank you. Again, it might have been better to save that for the boss. It might have been better to just straight up might have been better to just straight up save save everything for the boss, I guess. But at this point, I'm running out of options. Dracul is definitely a possibility, converting into him and using Blood Tithe to take out Timothy. That might actually be what I'll have to do. There really isn't that much blood pools lying around just because the rat kills so few monsters throughout. But I could even like grab both lifesteal and Blood Tithe. Well, considering that that's now on the table, I think I'm going to go ahead and plan on getting Rex out first. That might be a terrible mistake again. Oh, and I mean Rex is coming out no matter what, so I'm keeping 5 mana to make sure that if he pops out. And I'm killing all the zombies because I don't want Dracul to hate me if I do end up converting into him later. Mana is low, so I can go ahead and okay, we're starting to run really low on black space. This is so bad. I would really like to set up at least one ding, but I don't know if it's even possible. I am in trouble, to say the least. I have a few refreshment options. I'm not giving up just yet. I'm just worried. So, interesting fact is that lifesteal is capped by your damage, but it counts corrosion. So, at least that's how it was. I don't know if that's been patched or whatever. I know there have been a few patches of which I haven't read the changelogs, but I don't think that would have been patched. The corrosion thing, I mean. I'm pretty sure that being capped to your damage is intentional. This is tough. Sorry for my constant hesitations. I'm just a bit concerned that I'm going to mess this up horribly. Okay, so here's the plan right now. I do everything in my power to take out Rex. Most likely mana spike him after I land a bunch of strikes, so that might involve reflex with Endless Wall stacks, and then like using my sidestep, and then if I can somehow manage to level up, get a ding so I can refill my mana. Obviously I won't be using my health anymore, so I might actually want to hit him. Anyway, so before I stack on some mana, I'm going to kill everything I can. Oh right, and I need to be aware of this. That is definitely a consideration. Okay. Well, it's fine because we're going to be revealing the Rex anyway. So, we're 2 mana off from leveling up. I'm going to get... Oh, we killed this guy in 1 hit. That's good. Is there any other level 2 monster that I can rely on? No, it's going to have to be this guy. Which means that I need to remember to leave myself some HP to kill him. I don't know if my plan is actually going to work, but we'll have to find out. Okay, so this is good. This is just what I need. I'm going to actually, if I remove this, let's pretend I have exactly 9. Let's pretend I have exactly 5 base damage. So that's 7 with the 40%. That's not what I want to do. 7 plus 8 is not enough to kill this guy, so I need this. Actually, it's the Dwarven Gauntlets I can almost certainly get rid of. There we go. I don't have enough to kill. Isn't that great? Wow. I don't want to get rid of my stack of stone skin because that's kind of crucial. Do I just buy the hero something? No, because I need the reflex. Oh, and that's also going to overheal me. Which again is something I want to use smartly. So does that mean I should actually... Okay, let's see. Break this open. What's left here? There's just 1. Oh man, did I mess that up? It's bad if I did. Oh well, looks like I did. Whatever. We'll do what we can. Oh wait. Oh wow, okay. I forgot to pop the reflex potion because I'm smart. Alright, now we do this. Okay, he has 30 corrosion. Do I want to save my Another interesting question is whether I want to save my death protection for later. I think the answer to that is yes. Mind you, if I do hit him and I end up sorry, I'm a bit slow, so when I'm trying to commentate something I'm not used to, then it gets even slower. If I do hit him after I level up, I'll be down to 1 health, and that might limit my options, although I do have health potions available. Furthermore, okay, I don't have enough to buy this, so that's off the table. I have enough to buy this to heal myself up. I have enough to buy this to heal myself up and land an extra hit if I need it. I'm starting to feel like this is doable. I'm just hoping that my plan of using my mana to kill him is actually viable. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take the piety hit here. I'm going to kill this snake at this angle, so that Rex is going to go down there. If I'm not mistaken, Rex works like Wanna Fight, where when you kill a monster, it'll spawn. Rex will warp to a place adjacent to you if it can, otherwise diagonal, otherwise like behind another monster. I mean, since you're killing a monster, it's almost pretty much always going to land somewhere either obliquely to you or adjacent. But basically I'm expecting him to go here so I can still go reach. He could also take the place of the serpent, but then I can I have the way to go there. So there we go, that's what I thought. And alright. So I still have the death protection, which is good. He's at 123. I don't want to waste my mana on Yeah, I'm starting to feel like we can do this. So what's the next thing I want to convert? Do I want to just grab a mana potion? I do want to use any refreshment charges I'm planning on using before I convert out to Dracul, except that Sidestep will give me a nice piety bonus if I do go to Dracul, so that's again a consideration to have. I don't even know if Dracul is like viable here, just because of how few bloodstains I actually will have, and how hard it is for this class to actually like kill low level monsters. But if I can get that, it's really hard. It's hard to tell. I don't have enough experience with the class. Actually, it's almost certain that I'm not going to use in this wall anymore, so I can convert that. And is there a single tile I can explore that won't? Okay, 60 plus 24. He's at 54. Actually, I would have just enough to kill him if I have one last. And I don't, of course. What do I do here? Do I actually just buy something? Do I like buy the badge of courage? Wait, no, it's 18, right? Yeah, I don't have enough. I buy the troll heart. Is there any other cheap item? There weren't really any cheap items. So troll heart is my only option, or I get the mana potion here. That said, mana potion is not really going to get me very far. Sorry, I mean, it's like it's the question between using the gold now or saving it and just using a mana potion. But I'm going to need some HP. But I can use a health potion, which I could also convert into critical. See, so many considerations. But I think mana potion is the right way to go here. And okay, Rex down. That is a huge relief. Now Tamidi is less scary overall, but he's kind of a problem in his own way. But yes, since I'm basically done converting glyphs at this point, I mean, I'd be pretty unlucky. I probably should have, but I haven't been counting the glyphs I've had. But I do think I found 5, which I believe is the amount, which means it's very, very unlikely that there's another glyph in this black space. And if there isn't, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to find it. So I believe what I want to do here is have a way to level up. And I'm done converting glyphs, so I'm going to convert to Dracul immediately. And one option actually is to desecrate Torog, since I really don't care about my bonus damage. So yeah, and and there's blood swell too. Okay, I definitely think I have a chance at this. Now the question is, what do I start with? I mean, Blood Curse is an option since my level doesn't matter anymore. Let's start with Blood Hunger. Yeah, that was my fear of that I really wouldn't be getting that much out of the Blood Lifesteal, but actually this is pretty good. And I can get Blood Tithe here once. drink some blood so that I might actually be able to I can also convert sidestep. I really wish I could have cast it first, but I don't think I have the mana resources to do that. It's too late now, even if I drink this mana potion, and I think I'd rather keep the mana potion for fireballs on Timothy anyway. So we can convert that for some extra corrosion. Are these blood pools worth? They would actually, hang on. Let me just check. Okay, it's important to remember that Blood Tithe lowers your max health, which matters against which matters for the rat a lot. But the double rate of healing is going to make up for that, and I can still tank a single hit after that. So, how do I want to gain that last piety I need? I think the way I'm going to do that is by desecrating Torog, or just taking Blood Curse, which happily also boosts your fireball damage, so that's nice. And so let's take Blood Tithe again. One more. Okay, so I can land a single. Actually, what I should do first is actually check a fireball. He has low HP, which is a relief. And I have, okay, I'm going to do this. This is just fine. I may have been worrying more than I need to, but this is the Labyrinth, and with a class I'm not familiar, so obviously I'm not at my best at all. I can still desecrate Torog for an extra boost of piety if I need some blood swells. I can buy stuff in the shops. Here, let's buy the badge of honor that I was thinking about. Okay. Alright. Whew, that was scary, but we did it. Somehow. This was a very generous Labyrinth layout that gave me Endless Wall early, so obviously that made a big difference. Mystera and Dracul. I mean, especially Mystera is very nice. By all means, like, if you're someone who's good with the rat, please, like, criticize the hell out of this video, tell me what I'm doing wrong, tell me what I need to do better. You know, can always point out things that I did well, I guess, if there's that much list. I'd love to hear it, actually. This is a bit of an educational process for myself as well. But yeah, I'm willing to bet I have one of the slowest times for, like, the winning. Apparently it's 13. Okay, yeah, because my time. Someone took 13 hours. I'm guessing they just left it open for a while. That's funny. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely among the slowest. But how many people played this? How many died? I'm curious. Okay, so yeah, it's really not surprising to have a high, like, death count for a run like this one, which is a difficult class in a difficult dungeon. Congrats to all the winners, honestly. I mean, I don't think this is an easy one. You saw I still had resources left, but I'm pretty sure that I could have made some mistakes that would have, like, completely screwed me over. Oh hey, I'm right next to Tinker. Congratulations again, Tinker. Rat Monarch expert of the boards. And yeah, that was that. We did it. I apologize if this was a slow, draggy video. I also noticed that I was covering my mouth at times while recording, which is something I do when I'm thinking, so if my voice sounds muffled and bad, then that's why. I apologize for that. But I'm honestly just really relieved that I actually won this. And yeah, so hopefully that was fun to watch. You get, watching me struggle is probably fun for those of you who like usually watch me to see how to like see how a high level player plays. It's probably fun occasionally to see me like panic and struggle and be scared. I hope at least. And otherwise, well, let me know if you think this isn't all that interesting, and I might like upload less or what. I don't know. Anyway, I'm done rambling. This has been like way too long already. But I will see you guys next time.